What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got a heated little debate, a friendly heated debate between two highly decorated fighters, superstars. One in particular is undefeated, 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, now the reigning unified welterweight world champion, and is widely acknowledged and recognized as the #1 pound-for-pound best fighter in the world in Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford is now 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He is 36 years of age, 5'8", with a 74-inch arm reach, and he's debating with the fans towards undefeated 2-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight world champion, now the reigning WBC junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is top 10 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. In my opinion, he's number 7, the number 7 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Devin the Dream Haney. Devin the Dream Haney is now 31 wins, no loss, and no draw. He is 15 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. They both coming off of a spectacular year, and they're debating who is the FOY. The FOY fighter of the year. FOTY, FOY, fighter of year, fighter of the year. However you so choose to look at it. With that said, they both had spectacular years. And they both accomplished some very huge feats. It's getting forgotten what Terence Crawford did because it's being overshadowed, the performance that he put on, but the actual accomplishment is getting overshadowed slightly. Terence Crawford, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, took on and defeated and dominated his biggest rival. His biggest rival. And a top 5 pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, in former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Earl the Truth Spence Jr. Earl the Truth Spence Jr. came into that fight undefeated. He came into the fight 28 wins, no losses, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach, and he got dominated and suffered the first setback and loss of his career by Terence Bud Crawford in a fight that was highly, highly anticipated. It was the biggest anticipated fight in the last decade. On paper, it was seen to be the 50-50 fight on paper, if there ever were one, right? And it was for what I was just highlighting, what's getting overlooked. The first 4 major sanctioned undisputed welterweight world champion. And Terence Crawford dropped Errol Spence in the 2nd round, twice in the 7th round, then stopped him in the 9th round. But in between those rounds, I gave Errol Spence the 1st round and the first half of the 3rd round. But in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, he got dominated in those rounds. The 8th round, he got dominated in that round. So Terence Crawford completely dominated this fight. But more importantly, Terence Crawford became the first male to become undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. Now, we know it has been done in women's boxing, as we saw 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, the GOAT, Clarissa T-Rex Shields. She's accomplished this. She's actually could become 3-division undisputed world champion if she really want to push for it. But we saw Clarissa Shields do this. Now, the pool is much smaller in women boxing. So the accomplishment is much more doable in women's boxing than it is in men boxing. Because there's not as many high-level, high-profile women boxers as there is men boxers. And the politics in women boxing is not as strong as it is in men boxing, because the same amount of money is not circulating within the female boxing as it is male boxing, right? So with that said, right? You have a situation where Terence Crawford accomplished a huge feat. He became the first male, which is hard to do. He's the first undisputed junior welterweight 4 major sanction belt holder. History there. Then he's the first welterweight 4 major sanction belt holder. History there. And he's the first male to do so, becoming undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. So historically, that's a huge feat. But the problem is, he only had one fight this year. One fight, and that's the Errol Spence fight. Now you fast forward and move over to Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney faced off and defeated a first ballot surefire Hall of Famer. And he defeated Olympic 2-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer, Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko, who was also top 10 pound for pound best fighters in the world. Now, to Terence Crawford's defense, Errol Spence was a top 5, and Errol Spence was undefeated. Lomachenko was top 10, and he already had 2 losses. But Lomachenko was highly decorated as well. He's actually more highly decorated than Errol Spence. But at the time of when Devin Haney fought him, May 20th of 2023 of this year, before Terence Crawford fought Errol Spence in July, Lomachenko already had 2 losses. Errol Spence was undefeated. Errol Spence is top 5. Lomachenko is top 10. But if you just look at body of work, comparing Lomachenko to Errol Spence, it's not even close. Errol Spence is a 1-division champion. Now, he unified and beat the best fighters in his division other than Terence Crawford. But Lomachenko, well, he is a 3-division champion. He is the unified lightweight world champion, just like you had Errol Spence. Lomachenko, he held the WBA, the WBO, and the WBC titles. He went into a fight with now 2-division world champion superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez, who was the IBF champion for undisputed, and Lomachenko lost. Just like Errol Spence went into the fight as a 3-belt holder, looking to pick up 1 belt from Terence Crawford, and he lost, right? So they both lost in their undisputed challenges. Then here's where it gets tricky, because Devin Haney had a fantastic, exciting fight with Vasily Lomachenko that there was quote-unquote controversy surrounding the fight, but there really wasn't any controversy, in my opinion, because when you actually look at the fight, Devin Haney won the first 6 to 7 rounds against Lomachenko. Lomachenko had 3 big rounds, 8, 9, 8, 10, and 11, and then Devin Haney clearly won the 12th round. But nonetheless, there's controversy. Devin Haney won a unanimous decision. He beat Lomachenko. Now, Devin Haney then moved up a weight class and challenged the second or first best fighter. In my opinion, the 2-time WBC junior welterweight world champion superstar boxer, Regis the Rougarou Prograis, who was 29 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 24 big wins by way of knockout. He is 34 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, and was the reigning WBC champion. Devin Haney went to 140 and absolutely dominated Regis Prograis. Dropped him in the 3rd round, staggered him in the 6th round, and hurt him, staggered him in the 8th round, and then staggered him in the 9th round. Packed out the arena and did well. Successful fight, and became a 2-division champion, while Terence Crawford is sitting on the shelf. So because of that, I have Terence Crawford as fight of the year, but I have Devin Haney as fighter of the year over Terence Bud Crawford, because he's done it twice this year. He has 2 huge victories twice. Terence Crawford has 1. Devin Haney didn't create history, because Terence Crawford created history. He just became a 2-division champion. That has been done 1,000 times over. But Terence Crawford created history. He is the first male and the first 4 major sanction belt welterweight world champion. So that's why it's a debate. But they both beat great fighters this year. Lomachenko and Errol Spence. The thing is, Devin Haney went on to beat a very good fighter and a world champion in Regis Prograis, who you can make a case. Some say he was the best fighter at 140. I personally think Regis Prograis is not better than Teofimo Lopez or Josh Taylor, who beat him. That was the first blemish on his resume. And I think Teofimo Lopez beat the best fighter at 140, which was Josh Taylor, who beat Regis Prograis. So I have Regis Prograis at the number 2 or number 3 140 pounder. But Devin Haney nonetheless defeated him in dramatic fashion. Got to give him that nod. But if there's going to be a debate, in my opinion, as fighter of the year, it has to be between Devin Haney and Naoya the Monster Inoue. Because Monster Inoue, he created history with 2 mega wins this year, as he did the same thing Devin Haney did. Only difference is he again created history and went in the history books, as he defeated Cool Boy Stephen Fulton in July to become the unified champion, the first fight at super bantamweight. And then he went on his second fight in 2023, fought Marlon Tapales and knocked him out. So he knocked Cool Boy out in the 7th round to become the unified champion in his first fight at super bantamweight. Then he goes on to knock Marlon Tapales out in December in the second fight as a super bantamweight, and becomes undisputed in the weight class in 2 fights. So historically, and Marlon Tapales was a very good fighter, like Regis Prograis is a very good fighter. Now, is Cool Boy Steph as decorated and as good as Vasil Lomachenko is the question. No. So Devin Haney, he has an equal win in beating Regis Prograis, who I think is better than Tapales at super bantamweight. And then Devin Haney beats Vasil Lomachenko, who is better than Cool Boy Steph. But the argument is going to be the historic event. This is his first time in this division, and he became undisputed in 2 fights, beating the 2 best fighters in Tapales and Cool Boy Steph. And Steph was undefeated. Regis Prograis had a loss, and so did Lomachenko. So it depends, and he got a knockout in both fights and became undisputed, the second male to become undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. So the debate should be between Devin Haney and Monster Naoya Inoue. I think Terence Crawford wins fighter of the year. Fight of the year. Performance and fight of the year. I think Devin Haney wins fighter of the year, or Monster Inoue, right? And so with that said, Terence Crawford, he gives a rundown of why he should be fighter of the year. And Devin Haney ends up saying, I don't care who wins fighter of the year, because I'm going to win fighter of the decade. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.